The people of the academia may be clever, but those clever people simply can't stop themselves from doing stupid things. Thank you, most eminent Lord Sangama Bey, for improving my mood for the whole morning once more. Ah, and this bottle of wine from Sumeru. Its exquisite flavor is well worth the price.
As long as you like it. Next month I'll be sure to have my subordinates deliver more. Please don't like it, please don't like it! This bottle is so wallet-smashingly expensive, I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't absolutely have to pave the way for our future collaborations!
One jug of wine's enough for today. Just put this round on my tab and we'll settle it at the end of the month. Oh, and don't include Jahoda's secret snack order. She's footing that bill herself. I know Dori's spent a lot of money trying to get a deal from me. I shan't say no to free drinks, but perhaps it'd be best to leave her some room to wiggle.
No problem. I'll send the bill over in a few days. Am I going crazy? Why is Nefer being so straightforward this time? Don't dwell on it, Dori. Just focus on getting the deal first.
Why so hasty? Please, after all the trust I've placed in you, surely it's unbecoming to fleece a fellow countrywoman over a simple drink? Dori, oh Dori, the deal is yours, but the money? Oh, we're going to split it.
Oh, come now. Even sisters need to settle accounts clearly. Let's put the mora on the table first, so we don't run into trouble down the line. I don't like that look she's giving me. She wants a cut of the deal, doesn't she? That's going to be a pain. How much should I let her have?
Just some hometown gossip. You're welcome to join us if you'd like. However, nothing we've discussed prior has been particularly interesting. Mostly more of the same. But really, I must know, Miss Dori, why did you want to get involved in that fiasco at the academia? It's a simple feat to lift a sleeping serpent from its nest, but what happens when it wakes up? Had you no fear of getting bitten?
She just won't stop! Why is she bringing this up again? I already answered this question! Wait, now that the Traveler's here, could she be using this information to exchange for some favors down the line? Oh, well, the Traveler's the one listening in. What harm could that do? May as well help our personal relationship along, even if it costs me a secret or two. Why, business, of course. Sometimes you just need to learn how to wrangle snakes. That fiasco gave me one of the biggest orders of my entire career.
Oh, fascinating. So, did you profit from it all? I heard that after Azar fell, a certain group of cowards fled Sumeru. That must have played havoc on your trade routes, with no small amount of goods lost in the process.
Right, and a sizable sum of mora, too. But that's just life as a merchant. You win some, you lose some. Even big losses are small problems. With money, more helping hands can be found and more goods purchased. But I had to retain the ability to do business in Sumeru.
Much like Genius Invocation TCG, then? It doesn't matter if you win or lose or how many cards you have in your hand. Retaining the right to sit at the table and play is a victory in its own right.
That's right. As long as I can still do business, I can recoup my losses eventually. But I'll never leave the card table I sit at. Sumeru, that is. If I did, I'd really be left with nothing.
My. I didn't know you loved your homeland so much.
Well, I love mora, and I'm the best at earning mora in Sumeru.
Your senses are certainly sharp when it comes to business, Miss Dori. Even now you prove yourself worthy of the title you claim. And those cowards who fled will never be able to play at your table ever again.
Huh? Isn't it... Skirk? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? What's Skirk doing here in Nacry?
Exactly. And Dori's here too. We should go over and say hi.
Wow, my. Such an exquisite radiant exoskeleton. Come, let me take a closer look, so I can make sure to offer you a fair price. Please, take a seat and rest a while. If you have anything you'd like to eat or drink, I'd be more than happy to...
Let's not waste time. Just tell me how much you're offering.
Of course. Just a moment. Remarkable. Not so much as a scratch. Even the very best bounty hunters would struggle to retrieve a radiant exoskeleton of such quality.
Skirk! Dori! What are you two doing here?
I came to look around Nodcry, and thought I'd take the opportunity to make a little mora.
What's this? My most valued customer is already acquainted with my most valued customer?
Is Paimon hearing things? Or did you just say most valued customer twice?
Naturally, my most valued customers are equally valued, so you both receive my most effusive enthusiasm. Please, rest here a moment while I work the price out.
You've gotten stronger. It seems you haven't neglected your training since we last met. I see. Nodcry is home to many worthy opponents. Should you overcome this trial, your strength will increase further still.
So, how have you been, Skirk? When we last saw you, you said fate would decide how we'd meet again. Well, Paimon didn't think it would decide so quickly.
Was it quick? It's felt like a very long time to me. My life will experience little change until a true turning point arrives. But as for you, you are at a pivotal point in your journey. Have care. Victory and defeat are seldom long-lived.
Excuse me, dear customer. After careful consideration, I'm prepared to offer you 6 million mora for these radiant exoskeletons. I assure you that this is the fairest possible price. While you might be able to sell a single item for 700,000 or so, when it comes to buying in bulk...
I'll take half of that in cash. I won't be staying long, so there's no point carrying around more money than I need. As for the other half, give it to these two in the form of food or supplies. You should have plenty of both in your stores.
Of course. I can see my most valued customers enjoy a very close relationship. Here's your mora. Please, do stop by again.
I'll be going then. Until next time.
Huh? Won't you stay for a chat? Oh, she's gone again. That's Skirk.
That's just how she is, sweeping in and out like a sudden gust of wind. I'm used to it by now.
Hey, that reminds Paimon. You haven't forgotten her somehow, even though you've done lots of business together before? What's the deal with that?
Huh? What do you mean? The all-knowing Lord Sangama Bay keeps every customer near and dear to her heart. Fine, if you must know, she's not really my customer, but rather a guest of Miss Alice, my supplier. Miss Alice introduced her to me, and now she drops by from time to time to do business. She's the perfect customer. She always brings quality goods and doesn't care too much about the price.
Whoa! That's one suspicious-looking grin. You're not ripping her off, are you?
Ridiculous! A strong, mysterious customer like that who brings me valuable items? I practically worship the ground she walks on. Dori's Divine Bazaar is a fair and reputable business. Now, I promised I'd supply you with food, so it's about time I start hunting for ingredients. 3 million mora. What can I find that's worth 3 million mora? It looks like I'm going to have to dig out something very special indeed.
A base of dandelion wine, aged for 25 years. 1/7 part bittersweet liqueur, filled halfway with fizzy zaytun peach pop.
All 3 of those ingredients are fairly sugary. It'll have a lovely sweet aftertaste, even a little too cloying. A spoonful of salt and half a spoon of powdered summer orchid leaf should cut through the sweetness in a way that's clear but not overpowering.
I can imagine it now. A delightfully layered flavor.
It's all down to the seasonings you sent me, Lady Nefer. Otherwise, I'd have no idea how to mix up a cocktail that so befits Nodcry.
Just a little gift. I'm glad you liked it. I'll be happy to send more when you run out.
Many thanks. Though I think one taste is enough where these seasonings are concerned. Besides, you sent so much I could hardly finish it by my lonesome. And my colleagues aren't accustomed to these flavors, so I can't even share around. I'm afraid they'll end up sitting on a shelf, going to waste.
Can't say I'm surprised your colleagues at Liyue's Ministry of Civil Affairs aren't too keen. I wouldn't expect the flavors of Nodcry to be their cup of tea. Though, from what I've seen, might I presume that we've won you over?
I wouldn't go that far, though it's not like I dislike the food here. It's good to try new things occasionally.
I love your attitude. You'd make a great businesswoman. It would be nice if everyone from the Ministry of Civil Affairs were like you.
Come on now, are we going to do this song and dance every time I drop by? Stop fixating on the Ministry. Never mind them. Have you managed to carve out a single foothold in Liyue after all these years?
You know what they say over there. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If I don't test the waters, how will I ever know?
Don't waste your energy. No matter how long those claws of yours are, you're never getting them stuck into Liyue.
Is that a warning?
It's advice.
Long claws, you say? I wouldn't think myself so formidable. There's barely a handful of people I have any influence over at all. I can only really think of one young girl who listens to what I say. But she's not the brightest. And I spend more time looking after her than getting any help.
Oh, really? Then I guess that painter who fishes in Dihua Marsh, and that apprentice who makes tofu in Qingsa Village, and that guy who wants to work at Wanmin Restaurant. All these people who mysteriously appeared in Liyue. I guess you have no idea who they are?
Many people pass through Liyue Harbor every day. Far too many to count. How could I possibly know every last one of these enigmatic nobodies? Though I must say, your memory is quite impressive. Your colleagues must sleep easily, knowing they have you to lean on.
Why, thank you. Though with you around, nothing is ever easy. I can only say that there's never a boring day.
Is that so? Surely your workload has lightened now that you're far from the Ministry? If you've got time for another drink, I'd be more than happy to mix you one. Here's to a relaxing day for us both.
All 15 samples have been collected and encased in low-temperature vessels. 2 layers, 1 metal, 1 ceramic. Ready to be shipped tonight.
Take them to the Flower Feather clan via express ship. From there, get them on priority shipping using the courier's Blue Bolt service. Once they reach the northern edge of the Children of Echoes, transfer them to another boat that'll go east and arrive at Elong Wharf through a special customs checkpoint. Speed is of the essence.
Got it. A combination of Plan B3 and Plan C2, then. Uh-huh. It's the Traveler. How did you do that? It's like you just appeared right there without even making the slightest noise.
Don't be nervous. Just treat her like she's your boss. Interesting timing. Traveler, meet Cyro. She's with us.
I'll leave you to it then. Miss Yelan, I'll ensure everything is arranged to your specifications.
They're plant and mineral samples containing Kuvaki. I'm sending them back to Liyue for the Ministry of Civil Affairs to analyze. Nothing escapes you. There are also some pictures relating to the Fatui among these samples. These show their research facilities, their current weaponry, and the distribution of their camps. Liyue's a long way from Nodcry, but it never hurts to be prepared. It's one of the reasons, but I'm also here to purchase some intel from Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets. Dealing with her always requires a lot of preparation, both mental and financial. Have you ever heard of the Northern Intelligence Network? It's essentially a forum for intel exchange, a loosely structured organization with no real rules or regulations. But you can find well-connected people from all walks of life there who are willing to trade information, as long as you can pay their price. Nefer currently represents this Northern Intelligence Network, and the Curatorium she operates is its primary point of sale. If intel was all they sold, that would be one thing. But it's said the network has spies planted in every region, and that they're always on the lookout for even more informants. In no small part thanks to the efforts of my colleagues, the network's tendrils have been unable to take hold in Liyue. It doesn't matter if they send official representatives or smuggle in spies. They are met with a polite but firm rejection every time. I imagine that we must be one of the very few unknowns remaining on their map of the world. Business is business, and Mora talks. She's not one to say no to a big bag of coins. Other factors notwithstanding, I'm a valuable customer. The Northern Intelligence Network has plenty of information that only I'm willing to buy. Well done for picking up on my phrasing. You're getting good at finding clues. Up until now, all of my dealings with the network have been of a personal nature. The Ministry has nothing to do with it. Of course. Let's just say I have lots of influence. Mora. Lots and lots of Mora. More than enough to influence dear Lady Nefer. With someone like her, it's better to spend a little Mora than to end up owing a favor. It's important to remain vigilant in your dealings with her. She's not an easy person to deal with. If you ever see us together, chances are we're conducting business. If you have any trust in me at all, then cover your ears and stay out of it. That'll save you a whole world of trouble. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I still have some preparations to make. Goodbye for now. Oh, and Traveler, before I go, if you don't mind me saying, you may wish to return to Liyue for a cup of tea. Even if stray winds blow, the mountains of Liyue should shield you while you drink.
Did it really go this way? I don't see it anywhere. Ugh, I'm so tired, I can barely take another step. But if I don't find it, Boss Nef's gonna be real miffed. Ugh, stupid cat! Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that! Good thing you're here, though. I don't suppose you've seen a black and white striped cat around here? It's got a huge tail and a blue bow around its neck. Yeah. I don't know why, though. Boss Nef suddenly got it in her head to send me out here on this gig. Said I needed to pay close attention to my surroundings. I told her if she wanted to find a cat, she could just put up a commission at the guild. They're always running around helping people find stuff. But she insisted I go looking myself. I've been wandering around here all day without spotting so much as a strand of fur. If I go back empty-handed, Boss Neff's probably gonna scold me. Ugh, what am I doing yammering away? I need to get back to searching for that blasted cat. Hey, Furball! Where are you?
And in summary, that's the commission we're here for. How's that sound to you, Jahoda?
All the same to me. You should ask yourself one question, though. You want to catch someone and not cry? How many lives are you prepared to lose for it?
Well, I once read a story. It told me that if I find a deer with divinity, I could use its antlers to take my place for one death. And what do you know? Deer happens to be one of the Inazuman characters in my name. And I've got my own life to spare. That makes 2. Traveler, what a coincidence. What are you doing in Nodcry? Another stop on your journey, perhaps? Sharp. I'm here in pursuit of a fugitive who fled Inazuma. He's racked up a real rap sheet, and he's always trying to flee further and further abroad. A few months ago, we received intel that he was hiding out in Nodcry and had joined a band of bandits. He soon returned to his usual MO. That is to say, robbing homes and raiding caravans. I think they called themselves the Seahook Gang or something. Word is they're quite a big deal in Nodcry, and have taken in a fair share of exiled criminals from Cross to Vat. After that, I knocked on the doors of the Curatorium of Secrets, Mora in hand, and asked the boss to get me someone who could point me in the direction of this Seahook Gang. That's right. Judging by your expression, I'm guessing you're acquainted. I can tell. My intuition tells me that if Jahoda became a thief, even I'd never be able to catch her.
You can cut the chatter. Boss Neff gave me the job, so it's only natural I'd be good at it. But the Seahook Gang you're looking for isn't the original Seahook crew. The original gang's long since disbanded. The people calling themselves that now are just riding on the name and scamming folks left and right. Yeah, I guess I do, huh?
Interesting. This is news to me. Would you mind telling me more about this new gang of imposters, Jahoda?
What's there to tell? New or old, fake or real, the Seahook Gang are bandits. A bunch of scoundrels who banded together for Mora, then fell out over it. Their old leader wound up thrown overboard as fish food, while the underlings fought among themselves for the scraps. Some died, and others continued their wanderings. The long and short of it is that the old Seahook Gang are dead, gone, or both.
Wait. Doesn't that mean some of the suspects within could have started going around, committing crimes again?
When a house goes poof, the snakes and rats nestled within find other walls to burrow into. That's just how it is. Nobody wants to die out in the wilderness.
But for all the vermin out there, it's also the perfect time to find a good place to settle down, and maybe get a good roommate along the way. If I were a rat, escaping the snake would mean freedom from being hunted down and eaten. When you think about it, that's a good thing. In any case, you've been most helpful, Jahoda. Thank you for the intel. It seems the Mora spent on your services was well worth it. It's honestly a real load-off to know that these people are just imposters using the Seahook Gang's name. I'd have had to admit I was in over my head flying solo against the real gang, with its international cohort of goons and all.
Well, wait. You think you can take them on as they are now, all by yourself?
Yeah, more or less. After all, I'm only looking for our Inazuman fugitive. I'm not here to bring the whole gang to justice.
That's a bold statement, but whatever. I'll help you track the imposters down. What happens after? That's got nothing to do with me.
Your kindness is appreciated, but this time I'd rather this be a solo outing. Now, I suppose that's that. I'll leave locating them to you, Jahoda. As for me, I'll get to thinking of how I can haul this scoundrel back to Inazuma and have him confess his crimes.
A drink? Or some information? Either way, I'd be happy to oblige. Hey there!
Something that'd get even the toughest gangster to spill his secrets most eagerly.
Okay. You're weirding me out. Lua, can't you just, sneak up behind those monsters with me and BAM! Take them all down? I can act 3 times in a round, and there are only 4 monsters in total. I'll take 3 down. You just gotta handle the last one.
I can draw the monster's attention from the front, but sneak attacks...
Well, there isn't much we can do. Itlua's a Lock Knight who chose the Goblet of Justice.
Indeed. If Itlua were to strike from behind, he would be forced to become an Oathbreaker Knight. A significant penalty would apply to all actions going forward.
Oof, that's not good. If we don't defeat all these monsters in one go, those explosives are going to blow us sky high.
There's another way. I can use Raging Torrent to dash straight into the thick of it, then detonate the explosives.
No, that won't do it all. Your character would get wiped out that way. We finally managed to gather the party and have such a lovely time together. It would be such a shame if you were the only one who got wiped out.
But if we don't do this, the character that you've been playing for so long might get wiped out too, Miss Navia. Wouldn't that be worse?
I only just started playing. Please don't.
Wait, I've got another trick up my sleeve.
Navia, put that crumkake away.
Uh-oh, that move was blocked too.
These pieces on the table, and the stuff you were saying just now, you're playing...
A savior has arrived! Right on time! Quick, come join us! Oh, Clorand, this doesn't count as violating the rules, right?
If she's willing to join us. Oh, by the way, we're currently playing on easy mode to accommodate the newcomers.
Traveler, would you like to continue the adventure with us? You definitely would, right?
Oh, come on! Any more questions and those explosives are gonna send us flying!
Good. Since you haven't played a script for a while now, you may have one chance to reselect your skills. The skills you can modify are cooking and medicine. What do you think? Would you like to make any changes? Very well. In that case, you wish to learn the medicine skill, yes? The skills you can modify are cooking and medicine. What? Very well. In that case, you want to learn the cooking skill, yes? Very well then. Let the game continue. Just when everyone was at their wits' end, a familiar voice rang out from behind them.
Long time no see, everyone. Looks like you need my help.
By the way, what are you doing here? Could it be that you heard our summons?
That kinda makes her sound like a summoned spirit. Well, not that she doesn't fit the part.
Indeed. You have called, and I must answer.
Huh, guess that means I was randomly dragged into this game.
As expected of the veteran player Miss Navia mentioned before, they got into character instantly.
Though the Marashose hunters had much they wished to share with one another, at this moment, the joy of reunion must yield to the crisis at hand. Now then, the combat round continues. You have the first turn. Also, since we have a new member joining us, I'll be adding some dark cards to boost the enemy's various abilities.
The Traveler isn't a sudden addition. She's been traveling with us all along. We've just, parted for a short while, that's all. Totally normal.
I've already counted the dark cards. You should start discussing your tactics.
You're so strict, Clorand. Anyway, let's stick to the original strategy. Now that we have the Traveler with us, we have enough people. Itlua and I will hold the line out front against the monster's assault. Jahoda, Traveler, you circle around the back and take them all down in one swoop.
All right, leave it to me. We Masters of Chi get huge damage boosts when attacking from behind. But why are you a chef? How's a chef gonna perform a sneak attack?
Correct. Your frying pan is a blunt weapon that, given the right card draw, can inflict prolonged stun effects on enemies.
So that's how it is. Oh, these tabletop troop games really are complicated. Oh, you gotta have a lot of imagination.
Coming up with a strategy already, huh? Nice work, Traveler. But let me say one more thing. Itlua, don't go charging in alone this time.
I understand. A Lock Knight's duty is to protect their companions and be their shield. Sorry, I always can't help myself.
Oh, don't worry about it. I can act 3 times in a round, so I'll definitely keep up with you. Just play however you want.
All right, Itlua. We'll be counting on you.
Then I shall use the skill attached to the Lock Knight's shield, Wrath of Righteousness.
The Lock Knight raised their shield, chanting the Knight's creed out loud. The monsters were completely captivated by the radiance of justice, and the fearless knight standing within that light. Meanwhile, the 2 companions lying in wait behind the foe seized this opportunity, preparing to launch their attack.
You take the first swing, I'll hit right after.
The Marashose hunter suddenly leapt out from the bushes, violently slamming the frying pan into the enemy. However, while the Marashose hunter was no ordinary chef, the frying pan was just an ordinary frying pan. As it struck the back of the enemy's head, it shattered into pieces. Stunned for a moment, the enemy turned around, glaring at the now unarmed Marashose hunter.
That didn't work at all. Okay, whatever. The monsters are charging at me anyway. I'll just stand, plant, and blow them away with 4-element strike. Ah! That hurts! Who bit my leg? Huh? Ashru? What are you doing here? Is it this late already? Oh no, oh no! I completely forgot the task that Boss Neff asked me to handle! I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I can't play right now!
Why are you running off so fast?
Well, it seems we'll have to end our game here for today. Navia, put the monster sign back where it was. I saw that. Well, that's quite a long story. If we get the chance, we can sit down and discuss it in detail.
Actually, didn't Itlua say he wanted to invite a colleague to play with us? Since this game's paused anyway, why don't we take this chance to go find him? The more people we have, the more fun we'll have.
Mr. Flint's? Yeah, I'm sure he'll play with us if we go look for him.
Oh, that's perfect. Come on, let's go buy him some gifts first, and then pay him a visit in person.
Traveler, we'll let you know once we're ready.
When the time comes, you have to continue the adventure with us. That's my trusty companion for you. Now, let's go pay Mr. Flint's a visit. What kind of gift should we get him?